This is me, 3 days old, in the arms of my dad. I have vivid memories of festivals, colours, breakfast parties and blackberry picking. I grew up in a small Cornish village where my childhood was fun, free and easy. This is a story about a father and a son. This is my story. How old was he when you met him?
24, same age as you.
Mad.
Wow.
What was he like at 24?
Well, he was affected by his childhood, I think. And also, I think personally that he doesn't think it's an issue, but the fact that his father never really had anything to do with him is something he feels he's never been affected by. The other thing was, we went for a walk, and me thinking it was just a one-off night, we talked about marriage and relationships and the importance of freedom, which kind of set the tone for the whole of our relationship. I said, I'm feeling quite happy at the moment. And he said, I want to leave you. He wasn't even leaving me for another woman, which was ironic. The person I wanted to speak to was you, when you were in a party. And I went and found you in a party.
Oh yeah,
You sat in the gutter and cried. You were lovely to me. I was demoralised, wasn't I? Now I think everybody's alone. You have to remember that. You can't rely on a partner. And sometimes, you know, when people say, oh, I've been married for 60 or 70 years. It's nice for them, but personally, I don't mind that I haven't been with somebody for 60 or 70 years. Because,
opens up a whole
you know,
new life.
one of you will be alone eventually, haven't you?
Like, I wouldn't want to get married unless I really felt it was the one person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, you know?
Yeah, but
which is why it's kind of hard to...
No, but even if you do then, you might not 25 years after that. Anyway, I think the dinner's going to burn.
Yeah. Where's that tea towel? Oh, yeah.
Don't, you'll burn yourself. Oh, my God.
My mum and dad split up when I was 16. At this point, the relationship between me and my dad changed. We became more companions than father and son. For the past 4 years, he's lived in Thailand and was about to marry a Thai woman who is 3 years older than me. I want to find out, I guess, if this relationship he's having with Retsumi is genuine, because that's what's important to me, because in my eyes, marriage is a big thing, and there's no point in doing it unless your heart is truly in it, and I think the problem is that I'm not 100% sure that my dad's heart is truly in it.
Hey, bro. Puppy.
Right? Long time no see, my boy.
Hello.
Hi there. Long time. I'm
Very
fine.
long
Yeah.
time. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah? You alright, Daddy?
All right, my man.
Yeah,
Thank God. Yeah, I know you would be knackered now. but-
Long journey, mate. Long journey. You start now.
Man, nice to meet you. Me.
So, Sawadee Krab.
Sawadee Krab.
Is hello.
It's hello for man.
Hello
Sawadee
for man.
car for women.
Oh.
That's the village down there. That's Van Hoytak, which is where I live.
Yep.
And it's a Lahu village. All around here, you can see how forested and bumpy it is and mountainous. We're about halfway up the mountain at this point. I reckon we're about 900 900 meters or something like that, I should think. I decided to build the house about just under 3 years ago. And the house was built in 4 months, which is quite unbelievable, really. And we were in for Christmas. We had our first day in the house, Christmas Day. Very nice, too.
What does the village mean to you?
Well, it's my home, man. That's where I live. That's where I live. I'm part of the village.
We arrived 2 days ago. First night we had a really nice evening, just meeting Mi's parents and her children, Tio and Tan. Whoa! Whoa! Superman! Da-da-da-da. But it's very tranquil here. It's very peaceful. It's very calming. But it's beautiful, and it's the first time I've seen my dad's house.
Yeah. When? You see the thing?
She seems very happy.
Yeah. She said, yeah, very happy.
Very happy.
You come to stay with us, she said.
She's happy we come to
Yeah.
stay.
You is like a grandson.
Like a grandson.
She think you clever boy. That's everything.
That's right.
No different to your dad.
Not different or different. Different.
Not different. Not different.
I thought she said he's clever.
Because you too, you know, you're curious.
I'm curious, but it doesn't make me clever.
You're clever. He
I'm
clever
clever.
because you're
I'm
clever.
clever to get you. That's what I think.
Correct.
How do you think marriage life is going to change your relationship then? Do you think it's going to change anything?
No,
No?
I don't think gonna change anything.
no.
I think I feel more sure.
Secure.
No, not just secure.
Sure
Ah.
about,
Sure.
sure about
Sure about him.
relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
it's been a long way.
It's been a long way so far. Up and down.
I love old man, you know.
No, not in general terms. You don't love old men. You love this old man.
I love this old man. Yeah,
Yeah.
this old man.
Yeah, not just old men.
Yeah, yeah. เข้าใจ
เข้าใจครับ
Khao chai? What does that mean?
mean understand.
understand.
Attract me? No. Cannot use that word. No. You're not attractive at all to me. Not attractive at all. At all. But mainly, I think he came different to other customer, you know. He came to talk nicely, like seem like a gentleman. He didn't ask me to go to bed with him. That's the first I thinking. Oh, this guy different, you know. He just asked me to go dinner. He didn't try anything to me. So maybe that reason make me decide to, okay, I try with this guy.
What place was it that you worked at? What was it?
Gale Food Center.
Gully Food Centre.
But it was a bar.
It's a bar.
They have entertainment in the middle.
I see.
Have
Yeah.
lady boy show, have boxing.
What did you do in the bar? What were you working
Oh,
on?
serving.
Serving.
Yeah, serving.
And welcome.
And
Welcome.
If he doesn't have money from beginning, I don't think we're gonna be together. Doesn't mean like that, you know. I think you understand my feeling. Like I say, my family come first.
Crazy city, days in Chiang Mai. I don't lazy days in Chiang Mai. Sitting drinking Hilltop coffee, ramblings, Hilltop coffee. My head's gonna get too much of you, too much of me. Don't cry tonight, don't cry anymore.
Our relationship has been through lots of trials and tribulations, but I feel happy. If you know, whatever happiness is, blah de blah, you know.
What is happiness?
Aha! Well, you know, it's like 51% versus 49%. 49% is unhappiness. 51% is happiness. Okay, it's like a just over the edge thing. You know what I mean? That's the way I always like to look at it.
Yeah. Do you want to have kids, more kids in the future?
No.
Why?
Enough, you know, have enough.
It's not a real straight answer to the question, because it you know, on the one hand, you know, from her point of view, particularly to have my child, say for example, would be a great thing in the village. You know, it'd be a half Farang kid and what have you.
Yeah.
Parents would love it, you know, etc., etc. But you know, she understands and knows, and I do too, but her more. It's like 16 years or 18 years of commitment, and she's already had 2 children.
I think it's interesting that you said, you know, it's like 16 or 18 years of commitment.
Yeah.
But, you know, being a father is being a father for life, mate. I think the way that you feel is like, you don't really see yourself as a fatherly figure in such. You know, you were when I was growing up.
When I left Jenny, I decided to go off on my own, to not be in a family anymore, to go and make my own new life. And, you know, I broke the family. Then. When adulthood is reached, in my opinion, that is when you're an independent person, fully independent. And you know, it may be nice to have connections with parents and what have you, but it's a small thing in life.
After 2 weeks in Thailand, I suddenly started to realise how lost and confused my dad really is. On the one hand, he wants this free and easy life, with no responsibilities to his son and daughter. But isn't it curious that he's committing to a new family who need him much more than we do? As the day of the wedding drew closer, some of the tensions between me and my dad began to surface. It was only on his last night of freedom that I could tell him how I really felt. At the end of the day, if you're going to have a child, you've got to know that you're going to be a fucking father figure. You don't want to be a father figure. You're not a father figure to me, you're not a father figure to my sister, you're not a father figure to Tio or Ten, so why the fuck do you want to bring another child into it?
Hey man, it's a fucking natural thing. If it happens, it happens. If it don't happen, it don't happen.
At the end of the day, that's not a good enough reason to be a father. If you're going to bring another child into the world, then you have to be there for them. You have to support them. You have to bring them up properly, yeah?
Well, properly? Properly? What is properly?
Properly, like, properly you brought me up. And you were a good father.
I did.
You did. You did a good job.
I did my stuff for you guys.
Dad, you were a good father to me, and you are a good father to me. Honestly.
I'm not, man. I'm not. Just because you love me, it doesn't mean I'm a good father, man. Yeah, what you try to lay on me, man? You trying to lay with this fucking family man shit on me?
I'm not laying shit.
Yeah, you are. You know, you are my son, but don't keep on saying it, man. You're my mate. You're my friend. I love you. But, you know, as your son, and I'm your father. Hey, come on, go out and fucking fuck this shit, you know what I mean? I didn't see myself as a father, even when I was being a father to you and Lara, okay? I did my job, I did my duty, and I did the best I fucking could. I am me, and I'm not a fucking anything else, you know?
You've said some fucking hurtful things, man, on camera. And,
I know
and you've said some fucking hurtful things in the past. And
I'm
I
just-
have been accepting of you. I've tried to accept you as much as possible. But I think your views are fucking ridiculous. If you have no connection to me or Lara, how would you feel about that?
It would be your choice.
It doesn't matter whether it's my choice. How would you
I
feel?
feel like, well, you know, I mean, Shane.
The fact is, I'm on my own probably for one of the first time in my life. Really, well, you know, up and down, but I do feel this is kind of like the most alone I've felt in my life, do you know what I mean? And I'm coming to terms with it. I know I've got a lot of shit to go through before I actually feel strong as a person. What sort of relationship did you have with your dad?
Well, a very poor one, really. I only didn't see him for the first 3 years of my life. There's very little that I can tell you about my father, apart from I have very one or two fond memories of us going blackberry picking. But the only sort of really positive things I can remember about my father. I can remember a lot of negative things about him, because he was quite an abusive character, and he used to prod us as children. He used to prod us like that.
I hate that.
Yeah, horrible. But we were small kids, and he was a big man. He used to prod us. He used to knuckle us on the head, like 2 knuckles on the head, like that. Often for no particular reason. You know, so he was a bit of a twat. He was a twat.
Dad means you brought me into this world, and you're a fatherly figure. You're a male figure. Mum and dad, isn't it? A male and a female figure that will always be your parents, whether you fall out of contact with them or not. But my dad in particular, I don't know. I honestly don't know what the fuck dad means anymore. After the wedding, I finally felt that I could accept my dad's decision, and knew deep down that it was my turn to let go. My dad's
It's okay, it's okay. Don't make your dad upset, okay?
It's okay.
What do you make? What do you make your dad upset?
please just leave this. Me, can you just leave this, please? Please, honestly.
No. Why you make him cry?
No, me, it's okay.
He thinks happy cry.
Okay, it's happy cry.
I know it's your son. Honey, if you want, go back to your country.
Silly fuck off.
No, I said,
Fuck off. You don't understand what's like that son. You don't look like your son's enough, man.
make me understand.
Man, yeah, well,
Make me understand.
don't love your
Not just
son.
keep peace and trust.
Love your son, okay? You cannot understand this. You're not old enough, man. You're not old enough.
Okay, but don't cry, man. You embarrass me. Okay, you can do what you want.
Okay.
Let it out, but
All right.
come out, man. Let it out. Let it out.
Don't be sarcastic.
No, it's not sarcastic. Let it out. Let
I've
it
let it
out.
out already, okay?
Let it out. More. Finish. Finish.
Finish.
Okay. That's okay. I'm your wife.
Listen, mate. We know who you are. Me, you're wrong. You're just being fucking stupid. And I'll tell you this much. You carry on like this, and you're fucked. Oh, I was really, really angry with her trying to interject in that, and I suppose my initial reaction was, well, what the fuck, why is she getting in the middle of us, kind of thing, and bugger off. But since thinking about it, what she doesn't like to see men cry at all. It's not, it's kind of like really not okay with her anyway. We express our emotions in all kinds of different ways, and it's fine to cry, and it's a very appropriate reaction in some situations, etc. She didn't get that, doesn't understand that.
How would you feel if our relationship has changed from this experience?
I want you to feel your own personhood fully, and not to feel that you're my child. You and I have had a different dimension to our relationship because you're a male, and I've always been very proud of the fact that we're very good friends. We might even have been best mates, you know what I mean? So that I would feel a loss of that.
Okay.
See you again next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I just want to give two boys a little present.
Okay.
Give you two little presents.
Translate.
จะฮือของขวัญเล็กๆน้อยๆว่ะลูก
Something that these two rings that I've worn for 8 years. I've
อัน
had
นี้
these
ใส่
two
มา
rings
8 ปีแล้วนะ
for 8 years, and I wanted to give them something so they remember me. That's for you too.
ของเที่ยวอ่ะ ขอบคุณครับที่พี่ครับขอบคุณครับ
โลแทะกระจิ้ว
Remember him.
ใครหาทราบพี่
ก่อนแรกก่อนแรก
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All to be family together. I've always
Say that.
had.
Say it. Say it. Nice to meet you. To be family together. Oh, he's overcome.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Tell them I miss them. I miss you all. I will miss you all, and I'll be back soon. Tell them.
And, here's just a little memento for you, Long,
From
from me and I.
what a hell of a time we all had. Thanks for staying my boy and coming through all the hurdles. We love you, and you have a second home here whenever you want. Ralph and Neve. Excellent. Unexpectedly, I uncovered what the meaning of Dad truly means to us both. The definition of Dad is a man who raises or nurtures a child. This surprised me because what my dad said was factually correct, even though I tried to resist it. My message to you, Dad. You continue to teach me valuable lessons, and although you want to cut the ties that bind us, I love you, mate.
England, far away. My life so sad. I walk the streets. Take me there. Some gets me home. Some takes me there, but I know I want to stay. But I know